Hi, welcome to Jadekind Gaming. I am Adam. I'm here with Nick, who is playing Rock, Austin, who is going to be playing Tormmik, and Bob, who is John. And this will be the 5th session of what is the Worlds Collide campaign.
Oh.
Because I've now spent like a session 0, 3 session 1s, and a few other sessions, and I can't come up with anything better than what Bob came up with.
In the first 30 seconds,
yeah,
you tell me what's happening.
Tormmik and friends was vetoed.
Yeah.
Not
It was close.
not by any of us. We were all fine with Tormmik and friends.
But
That's a Saturday morning cartoon show if I ever heard of one.
Perhaps someday it will be.
Just keep naming every character Tormmik.
No.
Every character.
All of our backstory is we are friends.
Let's see.
That's when he packs up his stuff and goes home.
Would one of you like to remind everyone what
No.
happened last time?
Nope.
We killed some cultists because they decided end of the world plans were good plans. Now we're going to loot this ancient tomb for some money and worth because we're the good guys.
And that's what the good guys do. I've watched enough Indiana Jones to know that.
That's right. Remember, Indiana Jones, he's a good guy because he actually put the artifacts in a museum, and so will we.
Except for the ones we take and keep for ourselves.
But we just use that to get more artifacts. So, I mean, it's really an investment in a future museum.
Yes.
And we might have to destroy the museum because the guy's not paying us except by the company store. I listened to 16 Tons 3 times today.
In preparation for this, or
No, it came on the radio thrice. It is not my fault. I have no control over the programming, but I was smiling all day at work.
But yes. So you're in this little room.
Bob's obviously stealthing.
Is Bob in the room?
I'm that
John?
stealthy.
You non-animal. You was there. Okay, you're an animal.
I mean, that's a hurtful way to put it, but
You animal. You.
no, and never again for the love of God.
It's not how it used to say.
Just saying, if you ever say it again, it means you don't love God.
And I do love God.
No, I wouldn't say it again, now would I? That's lions.
Tiger.
Lions, that's hyenas, no. Bears, no. There we go. Tigers.
Oh my. Yes, wonderful. Record the point where you're not in combat.
Here's that room we were in.
Yes, I guess, I did point out that I don't think that I got any footage of it last
If you
time.
managed to watch an hour and a half video, whatever it was, 2 weeks ago, this is where we were during that time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I was, back here.
Which people still can't believe.
But yeah, you've completed a year-long rest. You healed up. Feel much better.
I got my alarm spell back.
Yeah. I'm sure that means it's no longer cast up in the room above.
Well, yeah, it's been 8 hours. I'm not really worried about that corpse in the tree coming down and getting us, though. In some campaigns, I'd be worried. I'm not worried here. Considering there's a specific place in the world for undead, and we're not there.
Okay.
I've already figured that out. Not worried about undead here. Clearly, they only exist in that one place over there.
You've actually had issues of undead in other places that you've actually already dealt with.
Necromancers did not necessarily mean undead.
Yeah, they were in the process, but obviously they would have taken those bodies and gone south.
Remember, necromancers also are healing spells and hurting ghosts.
Evil.
I think
Necromancy is evil.
healing's conjuration.
He means raising from dead.
Oh.
No, I mean, spare the dying. So necromancy.
Which is basically a light raised from dead.
Oh, like,
Raised from almost dead.
Raised from dead light.
chill touch, super effective against undead.
Sounds pretty evil to me.
Versus the fireball that's super effective against living things.
Yeah, well, it's not necromancy, so...
You have to remember, the people who outlawed it, they're politicians.
Yes.
They're not smart.
Anyways, you're in the room. There's the altar to some long-forgotten deity. And you, I believe, have a key to the back.
And
Back
I found
wall.
the keyhole.
Yeah, I spent the short rest because I don't really rest.
Yes.
Sketching.
Just
Take
right.
notes.
Taking notes
On
all.
what?
Well, you know, writing and stuff. I'm not a historian, but somebody is.
It's like,
This is the room that they already documented to find out. Oh, there's a door there.
Hey, maybe the statue didn't look the way it did when they were here.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Stuff like that.
so do we want to do any
But
preparation?
I doubt they just left this room after seeing the giant door.
You don't. The giant door is there, visible to you, so because you guys don't know it's there. It blends in with the rest of the wall. The runes carved in it and essentially the keyhole that you're able to find is basically just a deeper carved bit of a rune that's carved into the wall.
Yeah, that's pretty standard for doors. If they didn't find that, I don't know if we need to be donating it to the.
It would be a hidden door.
and we just need to spend time and look.
I'm not an elf.
I'm gonna.
Yes, but you knew to look for it.
Can I do a smell check?
Sure.
15 or 15. I am terrible at rolling with advantage.
Or are you great at it?
Terrible. I just said that. It's like you're not listening to me.
So plus your perception.
I'm working on it. Oh, I have that trained. Look at me. Look at me training stuff. Good for me. 21.
Okay.
Nope. Yep, 21.
Stuff smells.
Yeah. What are you trying to figure out? What do you?
I'm smelling for hidden doors, like dusty air that is different than this air. I'm sniffing around.
You don't find any other than the one that you were told where it would be. But I suppose that is a decent check. You can confirm that there is space beyond that door.
I don't say anything about it, because I'm a tiger.
Yes.
I open the door. No one's going to stop me.
Yeah. So
Just
I will stand.
hold his brass, walk up.
I'm going to stand back here and blast her. Since I did say there's some ancient god in there,
Probably.
I'm going to shoot it in the face if it comes down to that.
That's a terrible stealth check. 17.
And where are you stealthing?
Through the door, after they open it.
Okay, so you're still right.
Remember, I'm being sneakier than you.
Yeah, except you're right there.
I have dark vision.
That door's unlocked.
He runs backwards and leaves a...
What do I look like? A guy goes first?
Not particularly.
I'll have you know, in my session 1, I didn't go first.
Well, there's more down there, but I don't necessarily know if it's...
I sent my friend first.
But it's not too over yet, because things are coming up at you.
I didn't smell the spiders.
They're not spiders.
I didn't smell the whatsits.
No. You don't know what they smell like.
These are odorless.
No, they have a smell. They definitely do.
Blends
You
in
didn't. You did
completely.
not know what it smelled like.
So I didn't get knowledge nature or anything like that.
They're not natural.
A knowledge arcana?
But you're right there, and you're
That's
not.
why
really.
I left.
But yeah, a couple of devils. Come on. Actually, let's see. That one might not. He's gonna probably stay back around here. Doors are open more than they appear in that image.
Okay. Because that image, those doors are barely cracked.
But it's enough to say not closed.
Can we get the doors that open? Because I'd like the doors to be that open. Preferably
do they see
a
me?
little less open.
Did they see me?
Yes.
They made the perception checks?
They do not need to. You have nothing to hide behind.
Remember,
You have to have somewhere to hide in order to hide.
You're totally crossed on the ground. now.
If they couldn't see in the dark, then they would have to make theirs. And that's, you guys just blatantly have lights back there. And even then, they at most have to make it with advantage.
This is like,
well,
That you have to hide behind something to be hidden?
yeah? How are you shocked that this is my opinion? The fact that you're surprised is wrong.
he's right. That totally seems like something Bob would do. Bob wants to be hiding. He does not expect not to be hiding. Even though he had a crappy roll, but...
We need to get that tiger a ghillie suit.
Yes.
It's not a tiger, it's a moving shrub.
Why is there a shrub down here? Let's
Because he's a druid and
It's a
he's
bad
got shambling
foundation.
that
It's a
out.
bad foundation.
let's sting it.
Got cracks.
So the imp that flies in gets a 19 to hit.
Yeah.
Do I get to shoot it? I was prepared for such things rushing forward.
Mm-hmm.
But does he get to shoot it first?
Nope.
Everybody's no.
And he does 5 piercing damage, and you need a con save
From what?
Poison.
from poison.
I don't have immunity to that yet.
No.
You guys want to make a
Remember an old edition where
initiative?
druids didn't get immunity to poison. They got immunity in them.
22.
Miss.
It's initiative.
Oh.
I told you guys you can make initiative.
18 on my save.
18? Yeah, you said.
And I rolled a natural 20. So that'd be 22.
15. You?
It doesn't matter. You're both on the same point. You guys can just decide which of you goes first.
15 as well.
I got an 8.
I say I go first. If I can drop the imp, you get to go towards the bigger guy.
Yeah, then I can pounce on him
Yeah, exactly.
and knock him down.
And you can then go.
Bonus action charge. Firing Eldritch Blast.
Really like some original Star Trek battle music.
I'm just guessing I rolled 19 and half plus 6 hits, right? The 25?
Yeah, that's gonna hit. No, he's just super hard to hit.
Plus 11.
11 damage?
Yes.
11 damage takes him out. But like, that's the reason that I decided that he...
That's why I was charging, to make sure he couldn't do that.
It's like, nope, I put one decent guy and one weak guy, and the weak guy was ready to go as soon as the door opened. I think the decent guy will survive.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Remember, you can move around inside the movement. That's fine.
Arr. No, I have pounce. I rolled a 19.
Just copying me all day. 19 plus stuff.
19 plus 5.
Yeah.
Uh,
I just like how you stopped at that. He's like, I got a 19. And he's like, no, you hit.
he needs to take a DC 13 strength save.
I don't think he... No, fail.
Okay. I get to bite him then. Bollocks. Wait, he's prone. Doesn't it mean melees have advantage?
You have advantage.
Bollocks!
You do suck at advantage.
Hey, that's 2 higher.
Yeah, you might get like a 10.
No, I don't.
Oh,
I
you
get plus
got a
5. It's a 9.
Alright.
That was a bonus action anyways. He's still prone.
Does that initial pounce not do damage?
No.
Knocks down.
Oh, wait, and hits it with a claw attack.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think you get to do an attack with that.
No. The reason you pounce
I think
is
the
you get an
pounce is the
extra
attack.
bite.
Yeah.
He takes 8 claw damage. Slashing. It says on the page.
Alright, so 8 damage. Let's see. And he goes before Tormmik.
But that will matter.
Tormmik has a crossbow. He's
Yeah.
super effective in combat.
Well, he has to decide whether he's going to try and hit me lying down or if he's going to get up.
Because standing up just takes his movement.
Yep. Takes a portion of his movement.
Yeah, half movement.
Mm.
And his total movement is going to be something... Okay. I do need that next bit.
As he just bails.
As you do get an attack of opportunity.
I don't suppose. And you only ever get the 1, right?
Yeah. One reaction. 15.
15.
Miss.
You would go ahead and let me go ahead
Do
and
your
say
math.
things by myself.
I know I could, but I did math faster than you. That made me happy.
And then from this spiny devil creature swipes his tail and letting a couple spines loose towards you. One of them hits that wall over there, but the other, my friend,
Hits that wall over there.
the wall on the other side. Ba-da-doo! Oh yeah! Austin!
That's what you get for acting like a man.
You guys cannot see him from there.
No,
You
no,
have to
fine.
get to the stairs to see him, because he is down the stairs.
Can I see him?
Yeah.
Alright. Door's not in my way? Because we apparently swung this door all the way open when we tried to crack it.
It
The imp did it.
hinges. Excellent.
The imp was pulling on it from the back, so that imp,
for hundreds of years, just yanking on that door.
No, after the arcane barricades that were holding them in place were removed by the cultists.
Crossbow. 9.
Yes. Now, remember, we just had the cultists in there removing spells.
We love crossbow.
It'll be, that would be John and Rock.
Can I pounce?
I was going to shoot him first, but...
Go ahead.
It's like
If you do it after I pounce, you might get disadvantage.
Yeah, exactly. See him?
Mm-hmm.
Team 20.
Hit. AC 20, by the way.
9 damage.
9 damage, and...
Oof. I have to roll a 16.
Okay. John? Tiger?
Nope, missed my pounce. I am here, though. See, Vic, this is what happens when you touch my damn dice.
I didn't do it. I rolled nothing but low numbers yesterday.
You touched them last week.
Alright, you get another attack of opportunity.
He just wants to use that tail shot. 14?
Nope. It's not 15.
Yeah. And then he shoots 2 more spines. 23 with 1 spine. It's gonna hit.
IC's 12.
Okay, then that hits 2.
Tigers not super dodgy, are they?
No, he's got 2 decks. Tigers
So
are
between
garbage.
the two, I'm just gonna do averages. You take 8 piercing and 6 fire. So
8. Whoops.
14 total.
Still?
Yeah, I've got 37 health.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And that's just as a tiger, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can I still see it?
No. You now need to get probably around here to see him.
How many bolts do I have left?
By the way, jail room, in case you didn't notice.
Yes.
Well, Nick didn't notice anything. I don't suppose you have lights. Oh, yeah.
Giant forehead lights.
I'll go down that far. Hey, that's exactly what I need to hit 20.
16 plus the 4.
Huh. Very good. They have him low, you might get him.
9 damage.
9 is going to secure.
Kill secure. MVP. I'm the best.
Something's probably going to take you down. Did you
But
just
not-
take a picture?
But not this demon.
Maybe.
Maybe. I don't know.
The big button is not the on-off button.
Well, no, the big button's for taking pictures.
Evidently.
Like on every camera, ever.
Shush you.
It's not even a new function. You know what the big button on your
Do you go
phone
down?
does when you in camera mode? Takes a picture.
Yeah, bears are just worse than being a tiger. I mean, they do a little bit more damage, but
More damage and more health.
no, less health.
The black bear? Or
The brown bear has less health.
one of them had more health, I believe.
Nope. I'm looking at the page, Nick.
Okay.
They're bears. You would frighten Colbert.
Battlestar Galactica. Yep, tigers are just the best animal.
Except for the AC.
Um,
Not that bears
No,
are better, I'm pretty
no,
sure.
bears are worse.
Yeah.
Tigers actually have probably wolves have 13. Pretty sure that's the highest AC I got.
I forget, do boars have more health than bears and tigers?
anyway, there's a dead imp up here too.
Boars.
Why are there dead bodies on the ground?
In case you're interested.
No, boars have 11 health.
Oh, okay.
Are you interested?
You're the magic man, and this stuff's...
It's demons. Those aren't new.
Okay.
I'm not allowed to
And?
get into them.
He's like, already know the research on those things. I don't care. It's not new.
If he really knows them, then I suggest make, would that be planes? Is there planes?
No. There's
It's
Arcana.
probably just Arcana. It just probably all got pulled into Arcana, didn't
It's
it?
all Arcana.
Yeah, well then you probably have that one. I was thinking, is there something obscure that maybe he doesn't
Yeah, you
have?
didn't let me take a knowledge arcana check to recognize that
I rolled
scent.
10.
Even though I have arcana.
You rolled your max.
Roll the max. 15.
15? You are Artificer at this point, right?
Yeah.
That thing has spines.
Yeah.
It has magic tail spines.
Well, that could be useful
They're
for...
not magic anymore, unless you say they are.
Yeah,
Your knowledge of how things work, whether the book says so or not, says those are spines. They can be useful.
using them as is would probably put you at a disadvantage, whether tossing them as javelins or that kind of thing. But with a little work, you could probably fashion them into bolts or arrows.
I'll take bonuses when I can get them.
Mm-hmm.
I turn out of tiger
you
and
can
back
get-
into tiger, full health.
You could expend a spell slot, but yes, that works. Yeah, no, at this time...
He gets unlimited for mammals.
yeah, man.
It does mean that he's eating through his ability to turn into anything other than mammals.
But he hasn't seen anything big enough to turn into...
To want to do, yeah.
Yeah.
And I can't fly.
Yeah, exactly.
But you get 8.
I only have
8
mammals
tail
on the
spines.
sheets anyways.
Yeah.
I'll just let you know. It says on here arrow, you could do bolt as well. Basically, the difference is it would be basically adding a 1d6 fire damage. I'll let you be the one to think about how long it would take to craft it per... You're probably going to have to get back to your lab to actually do it, but as far as how long that actually takes,
Have to get
I'll
back
defer
to
to
the
your
lab.
judgment beyond that. But,
Back to the lab again.
but
So nothing else.
other than that, there are a bunch of cells you can see mostly rusted away. You can tell which ones the two escapees that you've just offed had came from. You know, but all of them, pretty much, the actual materials of the cells are wasting away, and it seems something else was holding them until recently.
Well, I'm going to roll perception and look around the room.
Bless you.
Thank you. I
I'm
figure
figure one as well.
I figure Austin's going to want to do a detect magic ritual.
Yeah.
18. I sniff around. Anything else living, I suppose.
16 searching under stuff and around, seeing if there's any doodads about.
I got 24 to sniff around.
Okay. I will just make sure to point out there is a door that leads further in.
Yeah.
So I'm using ritual.
Yeah. Nothing magical that is sitting around the room other than what you've just grabbed. Almost distinctly. They were just dispelling all the magic that they could reach from that door. Room looks like it was designed as a prison, you were told that beyond there was the containment chamber.
So,
That
this is
might...
containment.
Yeah, that might explain a little bit more as to what they were referring to.
Any,
You know, cultists probably would have been murdered by these.
yeah.
The DC-20s, yeah.
No, that kind of would have been hilarious if we did let them open it and they just get rocked by them, then we clean up. But
That's karma.
yeah, instant and vicious.
Nope, you took care of them yourselves.
We did karma's job early. Karma was late.
Sometimes what
Yeah.
comes around goes around. Sometimes
does-
you are what comes around.
Does this room have more sigils and stuff for Austin to?
Yes, but not like the previous one where it was like wall carvings. Here you almost get engravings etched along the floor where the outlines of the cells were.
Probably like binding stuff.
Yeah.
Take some actions of that. Carve those into my room. See if I figure out they were good against demons.
Yes.
Just ward my room with their demons.
That door no longer magic, but it does have and also obvious unlike the previous.
Where are you
but it does
gonna
have
hide?
a slot for.
Here. Yep, I rolled poorly again. 16.
Good stealth.
You gonna be back up on the stairs just in case?
Huh? I believe that door's locked.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And I have the key.
no, I did not. Okay, in that case, I'm going to. Are these actual bars or just empty floor space with like runes that were there?
There are bits of bars. It's a disadvantage or
Difficult terrain.
difficult terrain to cross over them.
Okay, I'm gonna stand back here, and they're gonna have to slow down if they're gonna get to me.
Okay.
So,
I unlock that door.
All right.
And then I go back.
That door moves.
that door just not opening the way you thought it did.
It turns out
The wall moves. Dude, you flipped the top.
Hey, it's
Yeah,
fine.
close enough.
It's fine.
I can't go through that door.
You can. You just gotta squeeze.
Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky.
Well, you have a scent of these. Roll a scent check.
I can't get sense on anything.
Well, you've sniffed these. Now you have an idea.
That looks ominous.
Yeah, I know, we're gonna have to play chess. I'm terrible at chess.
You are not
Can
going
we
to
play
have to
checkers?
chess. No chess.
Checkers?
Yes, ominous. You don't get to actually see what's down there unless someone actually starts walking down there.
Yeah, sure.
Come to move up to here. Austin just waiting for screams.
There is a large devil sitting in a stone-carved throne
What do you want to bet we can take them?
with a small small crown upon his head.
Like,
No,
Princess Peach
no
style
more
swan.
like just sort of sitting on top of one of his horns, just sort of perched.
Like, this guy's huge, and that was like a normal person.
Yes.
So he ate Princess Peach, is what I'm hearing.
Yes, it's Bowser.
I obviously go around the backside of the room, find the axe, and jump on it. He falls into a pit of lava and dies, even though he's probably immune to fire.
Well,
But he's probably not immune to suffocation.
Yeah, remember, lava's viscous, man. It sucks you down.
But he is sitting still, looking forward in his chair. You can probably see.
Yep. Gonna,
Theoretically.
is that there's stuff on the floor?
Really obvious lines of salt that, say, don't mess me up.
No.
So there's nothing.
It's decorative, carved kind of thing, but you are just a tiger walking into the room.
Yeah, go around.
See if there's reactions for the devil.
He stays looking forward at the door, Mr. Tiger.
I don't think we poke it. I think it's all good if we don't poke it.
I'm not poking it.
Mm-hmm.
I think you can take it. I'm at least very confident that I can run faster than you.
If only because you have a head start. No, you have Expeditious Retreat.
I have a spell for
I
it.
don't know what any of your passive perceptions are, by the way.
10.
I got 12.
16.
16. You're hanging out in the room. You may also notice...
That's a mental. I get to use my own. Tiger can go bite a big one.
Notice a, sort of sitting at his feet is also an ornate length of metal. A rod, if you will.
I'm not touching that. I don't even have thumbs.
So you walk down, and you will see him as well. You will hear him. He does not move. His mouth does not move, but you will hear him.
That does not speak of animals. You decided to put it right up against my folder. This was a bad choice.
No, the best
I
choice
can't
is
read it. It's
me
too far
hanging
away.
this far back. I'm being a problem.
Let's see. Well, let's see first if you hear him as well. You got others. That's weird.
I'm forcing him to maintain the map.
I'm just going to go ahead and say he speaks once he sees you, but you all hear him. He's speaking to you, but just because you're all within range, you're all going to hear. In your heads. What are you here for after so much time?
Just passing.
Do you be there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, he's speaking in tongues.
Just passing through. I'm scrounging.
Scrounging? What are you scrounging for?
Looking along the walls.
Get down to
Trying to ignore the giant ominous devil. I almost figure if he could have killed us, we would all be dead by now.
What are you looking for?
Do I know the difference between a devil and a demon?
I keep
It's
looking.
irrelevant.
I keep looking along the walls for secret.
There's
passage.
alignments.
Yeah, and it's irrelevant for me.
But
I don't have them pitted against each other in my
well,
realm.
it's not pitted against each other. One of them makes deals and falls with it. The other one makes a deal and kills you anyway. Well, no. One of them makes a deal and kills you anyway. One of them makes a deal and tries to cheat you with the deal.
Let's let you have a knowledge arcana.
21.
You at the very least, you know that in your world, this would be a devil and one that would not just ignore it. It would.
When in doubt, make assumptions.
Yeah.
I'm looking for passages.
Yeah, I'll let you make a roll, but yeah.
Perception. Nope. I found a flea.
No, you didn't. There are no fleas.
Right.
Oh, maybe something you carried in on you.
I don't know. I rolled a 1. I don't notice nothing. I usually say that I noticed that my shoe was untied and I tie my shoe. But seeing how I don't have shoes, that would be silly.
Your tiger's wearing Crocs.
No, he's freaking not.
But they have Crocs where you come from, Bob. Obviously you own Crocs.
That's how I know I hate them.
I begin ritual casting Detect Magic.
As we just try to ignore the psychic devil in the room.
Very well. What are you looking to see there? I could help you.
No.
No, I'm just looking for magic.
Well, I have some magic. I have magic here.
Well, what's the point? You don't touch nothing magic without looking at it first. I mean, that's just basic safety. Don't want it to explode on you.
It won't explode. By no means.
So by some means, it will explode.
Hey. I'm taking my own time.
What are you guys doing while he's spending, 10 minutes?
10 minutes.
Search the parameters of the room.
Okay.
I tried that, but I'm bad at it.
16.
Yeah, there's walls around there.
You don't get bonuses?
Nope.
And he was still better than you.
After that, I
Yeah,
come down and sit on the steps looking at the giant monster, wondering if it's made of robots. I'm pretty sure it's not made of robots by this point, but...
I'm pretty confident in my ability to cut a deal here.
No!
Yeah, I was just thinking about it. I bet I could.
What do you want? I know what I want.
Let me guess. Freedom? You want freedom? No freedom.
Why? Why no freedom when my freedom could grant you nothing but power?
I'm in on it.
No!
It's kind of like, I'm okay with it.
No, life better than power. I don't trust the 12-foot-tall demon thing.
It's a devil.
I don't trust the 12-foot-tall devil thing.
And hey, we'll make a deal. It'll be all good.
Oh, finish your casting.
Alright, yeah, they're just sitting around waiting. Do you stay in the room, or do you go join him on the stairs, or... What do you do?
Yeah, I joined him on the stairs.
Laugh.
No, I curl up right there.
As I'm ready to jump on you and ride away.
I am large.
Yeah,
You could.
exactly.
But yeah, you finish your...
Yeah.
The crown upon his head. That is magical. As is the rod at his feet.
Mm-hmm.
That is magic.
What's holding him in his chair?
Probably one or the other.
Yeah, it's gonna be one of those.
Either the crown or the rod, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's
identify.
it?
Yeah, it's gonna be one of those.
Don't you have identify as a ritual?
Yeah.
Do that.
Yeah.
Just go up to the
I
rod.
go through and look and go, huh, that's some interesting stuff. So there's no binding spells in here? It's literally one of those items?
Yeah, you have to be one of those items, yeah.
Alright, yeah, we're going to use identify.
On which?
I think I can do both. Whatever, I do both.
Another 20 minutes goes by. You do anything during that time, or just continue to wait?
No,
Just sitting here going...
Which one do you first?
the rod's closer and less likely to touch the devil.
Yeah, the rod. I can get further away from that.
The rod is what is blocking teleport.
Oh. That's what it is, a dimensional anchor rod?
I think so, yeah. A dimensional walk. Yeah.
Ooh. Even better than anchor.
What's the crown?
Yeah, until 2 minutes. I make conversation with the devil.
Yeah,
You know, how's he been? You know, make it clear that I am totally okay letting him go, so long as I don't die and I get something out of it.
Oh, yeah, no.
I yell back, not okay with that.
Yeah, he'll mention not only will you freely get these, the equipment that, that has been put to hold in the air, that can, and then he says they at least can come to some use for you.
Yeah.
I can set upon you some magical armor or power.
Yeah, that sounds like a good deal.
And-
I don't really have a problem with the devil's thing. I mean, some people it's a big deal. But
My world
Hey,
was
you
taken
got
over and
your
destroyed
business.
by a bad influence. I
you
don't
got
want to
your
work.
business. I got my business. I don't see why that's exclusive goals.
I do not want to
So
let bad
he
influence out on the world to take it over and murder everything. I've been there. It's not fun.
and he'd be even willing to negotiate a long-term contract to facilitate, mutual aid moving forward if you would like.
No, I'm good.
He's like he knows friends that he could set you up with.
Small ventures, small gains. I'm not a greedy man. As I make a deal with the devil.
So we have to kill Vic is what this is turning into.
Hey, we're holding a private conversation over here.
He's yelling at all the
No,
brains.
not really. Once he figures out that he has someone, no, he's not. He doesn't have to speak into all of your brains. He can just speak with it.
Yeah, well, we can hear Austin, and
You don't have to. He's telepathic.
brains. Just sitting here.
Once
being
he's
quiet.
willing to make a deal, it's just a private conversation in their minds while Austin's casting a ritual.
What's the crown do?
It is leaving him restrained and is incapacitated.
That's all it does.
Yeah.
So
So
can't we
once
just
he-
kill him?
That is
And take
can't
the stuff?
take actions or reactions. Speed is 0.
But you have to put the crown on
Attack rolls
somebody.
against to have advantage. It's can't attack because it can't take actions, so that doesn't matter. And yeah,
So kill him.
Man, if I was a righteous sort, that would be a real easy thing to do.
Yeah, no. If you
You
tell
just stab him repeatedly until he dies.
Yeah, no. I'm cool with that. Then we can have both those artifacts.
but he can get you more things. He can bring power to you.
Making deal with the devil bad.
I really don't see how.
I don't see how not.
Yes. Free
Creature has spawn. I mean, it's not even like it's some sort of devil lord or something. This is just an average guy that some old worshippers from a long forgotten deity managed to imprison here for 270 years at least.
Yeah.
Can we just kill him?
If he tells us he's completely restrained and can't teleport away or take magical actions, we can.
If I reveal that information. Alternatively, I don't really want the crown, but I kind of want that dimensional lock rod. That's good.
Yeah.
But the crown would be a good way to placate the museum.
Yeah.
Yeah, can we just kill him then, please?
Nope, I don't trust our ability to do that without him getting something.
The
to
crown
do.
is something that all you have to do is get it onto someone, and while it has limited charges, it will pretty much make them in the same state that he's now in.
Yeah,
if
but-
you can just place it onto them, no save.
Sneak that on there. Just going on. We think you're important. Here, have a crown. Yes.
Yeah, yes.
The
He
ultimate
can
trap.
literally not take actions. He can't fight us.
Yeah, but he has powers.
No!
Yeah, he does.
Well, yes, he does. I'm saying killing him is the best course of action. We get both items and no guilt of destroying the world.
What are you talking about? Devils aren't that evil.
I believe devils are implicitly that evil.
Shades of evil.
Implicitly that evil.
Well, his point is that they follow the law.
If-
In my world.
Yeah,
In my world, they did. Let's assume that's true here. When in doubt, presume.
Oh, come on, Vic. Don't do this.
Well, I'm cutting a deal. Shut up. I'm cutting a deal. I'm getting the specifics hammered out. It's like, yeah, I'll take the rod and the crown. I mean, I don't really want them, but I got an employer, and he'd be happy if I brought him something.
Mm-hmm.
He knows how it is having a boss. Probably.
Yeah.
He knows how it is.
Of course.
Gotta keep
So
going.
now we're going to TPK because Vic's an asshole.
yeah.
Probably will TPK.
No, we probably will. He pretty
Oh,
much
oh.
said before the session that if we do
No,
this, we'll die.
Remember,
No, I didn't say what you would do that would kill you.
remember,
No, this is a horrible idea.
but there are three options: kill him, make a deal with him, or take his stuff and free him, then try to fight him and not
Yeah.
make a deal.
Yeah.
That would be the TBK. But
Yeah, we can do that. I think we can take him.
Let's make this a fair fight.
I forgot Vic lies.
I don't lie. Tormmik totally does, though. Tormmik is the guy who literally sent his friend into the lizard camp with bids while he stayed hidden because, you know.
I haven't watched that video. It's not up yet.
Yeah. Well, that's what happened. I did not go myself. I sent one of my lifelong friends.
Then your friendship ended because he died. That's
He sacrificed himself for me, which I'd say is the best proof of friendship.
That's
Good friend.
That's not how that happened.
Yeah. You're just wait until you see it.
Yeah, he sacrificed himself for me.
Did he know that was what was going to happen?
Yeah, he
Made the
blatantly
choice.
said, "Keep going. I'm going to distract it."
And then he died.
and then you died too.
Yeah, but that was plot murder.
Yeah, that had to happen. Literally, I couldn't move on until I killed him.
I was being really...
was a dwarf,
was
and I had to make him not a
really good
dwarf.
at running away.
It was so obnoxious.
I was really good at it. Oh, yeah, I'm working up deals with the devil.
Yeah, no.
Hey, Nick, can you grab me my out of the fridge?
I'm guessing water.
I brought sodas.
Oh, okay.
What
guessed
kind of...
wrong.
Okay, are you limited to what types of armors you can use?
Me? I don't have any proficiencies. I forgot them all when I became a Warforged. Otherwise, I'd normally be able to use medium armor.
You know what, I'm just going to throw the always proficient with this onto... he can offer you an infernal set of armor.
Yeah.
You know,
We no longer
extra
have
power version of armor.
percentage.
You know, including demonic gauntlets.
Does that cause me damage?
No.
It's just cursed.
Like, can't take off cursed?
I'm sure it's cursed. He's giving it to you.
I mean, it's probably cursed, but, you know.
Yeah, we're just probably. Yeah. But this is, remember, 5th edition, the way cursed items work is a lot of them. The good can still outweigh the bad.
I guess what would that do to me? You know, besides the armor that looks really cool.
It's better than normal armor. Lets you speak abyssal. Gives you unarmored attack that
Very scary.
unarmored magical attack that deals extra damage, and that kind of and stuff.
And stuff.
Make him bring it out so you can identify it first.
he probably can't.
Yeah, he will have to actually leave the range of the rod in order to
Summon it.
to summon it.
Well, could he summon it so I don't have to put it on right away? I mean, it'd be awful hard to convince my boss that this is all I found if I show up wearing new armor.
Yeah, he can provide you. He can go and instead provide you a small concealed way that you can communicate with him when you're ready for it. So
that sounds solid to me.
Yeah.
That sounds solid to me. So yeah, I'm like, let's consider that this deal made.
Okay. Yeah.
Done. Awesome.
If you would like to shake on it, it will have to be by your
Yeah,
your effort.
Get up there.
You guys can't see what he's doing.
Can't see me as I'm climbing up there and be like, yeah.
Because you're pretty much up, on his throat at the point where you're checking out the crown. Yeah. You're right up in his face anyways.
Yep, nope, the best way to defuse situation, I'm going to I'll pick up the rod first. Like, it's a dimensional lock rod, so I have to take it out of the area.
The way that the rod works is it can actually be deactivated, and then after that, and in here it's free. Yeah. Once you leave here, you can activate it, and it will be a dimensional lock for up to 8 hours, or you can turn it off later, but you can't actually use it again until you let it spend a month back in this room.
Ah. Not as
so it's more or less you have a one-term. No one's going anywhere. No one's coming in.
Dimensional lock.
No one comes in. No one goes out.
But yeah, the crown again is the 5 charges of.
Have to put it on the head.
Yeah,
like, I'm not gonna do it if I grab my hand on it.
No, has to.
Even if it doesn't fit.
The moment it is placed on a creature's head.
Man.
And then shatters after the charges?
It breaks after the use that is the 5th charge.
Yeah, well, I'll get the crown first then.
Okay.
I'll get the crown first, pardon me, don't mean to step on you.
Yeah.
But you're a huge dude.
Yeah. And yeah, he flexes a bit, but he lets you
No, what are you doing?
Don't worry about it, guys. Don't worry about it. We got this.
No! Why? Put it back!
We got this.
As he moves, and now he speaks to all. It is fine.
I'm leaving.
It's like, nope, I'm just gonna go. It's like, I tell you, I just look at it, I apologize. Some people, they're superstitious.
Prepared action to flee.
They see a guy with horns, they get scared.
Do you want to go turn off the dimensional lock then?
Yeah.
And after you do that,
I mean, he could do it now.
Yeah, officially he could, but I mean, the Century's first season, it is yours. Yeah. So it's really for you. And basically, he will, flex and do so. He takes 30 seconds or so. He's just sort of getting back. He hasn't moved in a while. But he will. He probably just breaks a chunk off of the throne, and he pressures it between his hands until he has a magical sending stone to hand for you. So you get a sending stone. He's like, you can call me with this, and let me know when and where to bring you your armor, or perhaps if you need aid elsewhere.
Alright, we'll do. You take it easy now.
Yes.
Just going back up to
Your friends are cowards.
Like I said, some people superstition.
Right? I'm a tiger.
Superstition.
I'm just hanging out. I'm a tiger.
He's in your brain, man.
Once, at this point he knows.
There's a reason he didn't talk to you at first, though.
He wasn't going to try it first, but once he's like, wait a minute, there's a person. Oh, that thing. I remember that thing. It's been a while.
Alright, cool. So, I guess he, disappears.
Yeah. He will teleport away.
Cool.
You've made bad decisions
I
today.
don't know what you're talking about.
That is totally on my list of possible things that could have happened.
Like I said, if it was a demon, I would agree with you. But it's a devil, and I'm willing to assume that they work the same way. I'm willing to make that assumption. So anyway, I walk out. I've got magical items.
Which, wasn't that the reason you were sent here?
Yeah. I'm loaded.
You doomed the planet. I blame you.
Planet's not one devil does not doom a planet. There's a ton of them.
I don't know that. That seemed like the devil.
No, there's a ton of them, man. There's a ton of them.
They're ancient
In
gods.
fact, you just killed 2 of them.
Yeah. I guess I'll just spend the trip back explaining the complexities of interplanar connections.
I'm a horse during the trip back.
But otherwise, remember, we came here, found some cultists, magic doors, a couple little demons, and an empty throne with this magical doodads on it. On the floor next to it. Yeah, floor next to it.
So you do get that with your, it's fine, guys, but here's our story.
Also, do we want to give both these back or just one?
Both. Nay.
I don't know. I feel we could really break the campaign later on if we keep the crown. If we decide to somehow use it on a different boss.
Yeah.
And now you are permanently here.
You're the king of this spot specifically. Don't leave your kingdom now.
Stab. Oh, why did you fight it?
Fair, that is why it has charges.
Yes.
You can only ruin an encounter 5 times.
As much as they say no save, if they are fully aware, they'd probably get a deck save to get out of your. If they know that you're an enemy of them in combat, they probably would get some sort of.
So basically, you'd give it to me, and then I'd be a tiger. I'd pounce on them, and then turn into a person.
Or just, if we can get a grapple off, run up behind them.
But yeah.
Yeah, because the locking rod definitely has the weakest ability, despite having the best ability.
The best ability, but
That best ability, that one time.
Yeah.
Technically, it's not unmagical after that.
Yeah.
Alright, we've used... Hey, we found this magic! I forgot to tell ya!
This is the thing.
Silly me!
Here's the thing. Sorry.
How big's the rod?
Yay?
That'd be obnoxious to carry. We'll give him a rod.
Yeah.
We have a normal person-sized crown.
Yeah.
It's a decent beating stick-sized rod.
It's magical. It could be a decent beating stick. I doubt it would break easy.
But,
And we take our journey back that,
what was that? Was that a week? Was that 2 weeks? Do you remember?
5 days because of Bob being the horse.
Okay.
Of course.
Of course.
Oh, I didn't. We got
None of you would know that reference. Only I would.
we've got
I'm totally thinking it though.
But in total, that probably would put you being in this world about 4 weeks right now. You've been here for about a month between your different travels and your different encounters, and you're waiting at the tungsten for that one bit.
Been in this world a month. I've mostly seen a forest and some roads, and kind of a small city, and an encounter with the devil.
And a
You
magical
haven't really seen a forest.
guild.
Isn't that what we traveled through? Is a bit of forest and mountain areas?
No, it's too sparse really to be.
yeah. That's a fable I can use. I can explain devils as slightly more evil genies. They're just like normal dudes who grant wishes and stuff.
And really, not compared to some genies, not really more evil.
Yeah. It's like they are totally just way more evil genies.
Unlimited cosmic powers, tiny itty bitty living space.
You love being a modern character, don't you?
I really do.
It's great.
That's why I wanted to be one.
All my references are now in game.
And no one else gets them. Ha. But yes, he's been...
I'd take it literally. They don't actually have infinite cosmic power. I mean, they're restrained by some very specific rules.
That's not what Robin Williams says.
I don't know who that is, but he sounds like a terrible
He's
scholar.
the greatest scholar of our time.
Sounds like a terrible scholar. He doesn't know nothing about demons. / devils. / genies.
He is a genie.
Well, that's even more embarrassing. But
Only sometimes. Occasionally he's also a doctor in bad movies.
This is a good deal. Good deal. Good deal.
Or a radio host.
To be fair, you didn't die.
Yeah.
We didn't die. And we don't have to listen to his prattle. He's a horse. Nay, nay, nay.
They count as animals, don't they?
No. You have to speak with animals to speak to different creatures. Or different sentient creatures.
Hey, you're sentient.
Nah, you need tongue.
Also, your speak with animals is to...
Is at will.
Yeah, but it's
The mammals.
mammals that you can...
Well, you
But
can
you still can't do it as an animal, no. It's like, no, technically the way that works, that alone does not... I just have to say no, they're not animals.
Could he shapeshift into a warforge?
No.
Then he can't speak to me.
And you couldn't shapeshift into another man either.
Yeah?
I can. There was a lot of things I can't shift into that I can talk to
No.
because they're animals.
But it's animals you can turn into.
That's,
So you can't talk to
That was what it
birds.
was. That was what it was.
It's not as bad as small burrowing animals.
Yeah.
no. It's just that's not at all useful.
It is very useful. You talk to rats, dogs,
I thought it
cats.
was like any mammal, not just things that I had the things to turn into.
Well, not just the sheets, just that would be of the power level that you can. In other words, really powerful things you can't speak to until you've leveled up.
Yeah, see, that's lame.
But how often are we going to come across an elephant we really need to have a chat
That's
with?
not why I had the power. I had the power because it was cool. Now the power's not cool. It's lame.
It's slightly less powerful, not lame.
It's
It's
not powerful at all in the first place.
It's better than having druid speak when you have a rock in your arm that lets you speak druid speak if ever you're around people that speak druid speak anyways.
It's a free ability.
It's lame, though.
Fine, don't use it. We know you don't use things
Yeah.
you don't want to use.
It's just, you did a poor job on explaining it.
Shift that blame.
I'm sorry. Carrying on. Yeah, you arrived back at the museum compound.
Cool.
What do you do?
Go into my room.
Go find lady who usually yells at us to come get missions and tell her that we're back.
Okay.
Go into my room.
Then I go hang out in the courtyard and do other stuff.
Yeah,
Put,
she
put
doesn't
away
seem
all
to
of our
know.
equipment in my room. I figured Bob would have grabbed his because that's the kind of man Bob is usually. You love stuff.
My equipment's always on me.
You didn't leave all the, never mind, do the shit.
You don't leave it on the cart?
What equipment do I have that I need to leave on the cart?
I don't know what you have.
Like the climbing equipment, I thought maybe you
It's in my
want-
pack.
Yeah, okay.
Everything's in my pack.
Well, I park the cart and say, this is ours. Shows our names into that. This is our cart. We bought it.
It's mine.
Our cart.
Tormmik get friends.
I don't know if we're friends anymore after you released the freaking demon.
Not a demon, devil.
I don't care.
Strong distinction.
The distinction being, if it was a demon, it probably just would have ripped him in half and we would have ran and hopefully
If it
gotten
was a
away.
demon, I wouldn't have let it out. Just would have taken that rod and left. He can teleport himself, motionless somewhere else. This is the deal I'm making. I don't trust you not to kill me, so I'm just going to let you leave, and I'm going to take this.
We could have just killed him.
You could have.
But we don't get experience, so why?
theoretically, he could have teleported himself just above the ground
No.
and fallen and hope that the crown shakes off. And just keep teleporting himself up and dropping like a rock until it falls.
Ah, free at last! Free at last! But yeah, she is. So, what were you supposed to do?
We went, we explored the thing, we found some stuff, we're back. We've never been told who we're supposed to check in with when we're back. I figure...
Technically, Gladford told you to knock on the door to the upper chamber when you needed him.
Yeah, I'm saying we never got told. I'm saying what I said. It's like, nope, this is your problem now.
Otherwise, I drop the spines and the crown in my room and the sitting stone, and I leave the rod.
Okay.
Just put those down. Those are there. Locked door.
Well, shouldn't you just dimensional anchor your room then? Give it to him.
Well, no, I plan on having a guy teleport in there to drop off a suit of armor.
Yeah, true. Well, doesn't it only last 8 hours?
Well, yeah, but I don't need any reason to keep people from teleporting in and out in that time.
How does that recharge? If it lasts 8 hours, but needs to spend a month in there.
Well, in that room, it's free.
Oh,
That room
okay.
was enchanted to help these items work.
Yeah.
Okay.
The room was ensorcelled.
Yeah. It is the source of the power. For one, the crown is unique. You can't get it back. Once you've used it enough times, it's done.
It's done.
You will have done enough damage if you use it wisely. If you use it funnily, then that's fine and it'll be entertaining.
We're just going to put it on some kobold we find, stick him in the room.
I don't need this for a while. Until I do,
I swear.
you're a statue.
This is the most realistic taxidermy I've ever seen. Don't mind that.
Oil can.
Oh, yeah, we'll go and turn in the rod.
Okay. So where do you go?
We were told to go see a guy.
Yeah.
Knock on a door.
No.
I made it some other lady's problem to go tell them.
She doesn't know what to do.
Bonking on his door with his rod.
It's like the only time she's ever come to you, or when someone else tells her, "Go find those guys."
Mm-hmm. Hence, this is her problem now. Go find the other.
You're not her boss. But yeah, you can go in the room of where the taxidermy, saber-tooth titan or sword-tooth titan is, as well. Well, I think there's a saber-tooth tiger in there too. Other things, phoenix, etc. And there's a door at the back of it you can knock on. It takes a minute, and you can probably hear at some point someone walking down some stairs, and the gentleman opens the door. May I help you?
We finished our mission.
And you were looking for who?
Do I know the guy's name?
You did. Would that be something you as a character would remember, even if you as a player doesn't?
He has the
Yeah,
intelligence
I
for
say
it.
I remember it. Yeah.
Yeah. His name was Gladford.
Yeah, I'm looking for Gladford.
Oh, yes, I'll send him right now. Goes back up the stairs, closes the door, locks the door, goes back up the stairs. And about a minute later, Gladford walks back down, looking as pressed as ever. Ah! Successful trip?
Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. Are your companions with you?
They're around.
Well, if you have what we have, we can take one of the side offices and we'll deal with that. And he walked back past that large room before and then just sort of into a side office.
Yeah.
For a moment there, I totally thought that was going to be, you must gather your party before venturing
No,
forth.
I assure him he can just pay me, and I'll pay everyone else.
Yeah, it's like, well, they know if they just want to trust, that's fine. That's really up to them.
Yeah.
After what he just did, we probably should have known better, but
Oh, I wouldn't teach you guys.
your life depends on us. One would hope not.
Nope. I wouldn't cheat you. Anybody else want a set of visceral armor? Just me.
Okay. And so yeah, anyway, so what? Do you have the key, and what else you have found?
I've got a key, and we got a dimensional anchor rod.
Let me see this.
Tonk.
Tell me. And yeah, you recognize pretty much the rituals as he's casting.
Like that, yeah. That's a key that offers fire resistance, and that's a rod.
He's like, yeah, he knows the key. They did that. But he's checking. He's like, yes, I have to see exactly what we do so I can evaluate the value.
He's got to spend 10 minutes. I just give him the exact rundown of what that does.
So you can speak of it, and he's just like, yep, and I have to do this because it will also let me know, what because there are things I am looking for the value.
Not very. I make it known that, in my opinion, not very. Like, as useful as it is, too many restrictions. It was meant to be used in that one room. So, consequently, if you want a jail cell, the really effective one back there.
He's like, that's too far distant for us to actually keep control over. Do you bother mentioning any more of what happened or what you found other than jail cell?
We found the cult that we're trying to release the great secret man, demon, whatever.
So you give pretty much the story that you told for them.
We found some minor devils, and that was it. Empty room.
I will have you make a deception check. You have advantage.
Hiya!
Because he doesn't care that much.
18.
18.
I tell a pretty good lie.
Yeah, he believes you.
It's
like, no, he just doesn't care very much.
The other runes out in front of the cages, they might actually care about that.
Yeah,
That was more
those papers on, be like, she's got some runes. I'm guessing they were used to, like, bind in devils.
Yeah. We'll let the scholars check on those.
Yeah, so didn't see any demons. Probably just devils.
Yeah, you're right. It is pretty limited in scope, but it is still an interesting, historic piece for whatever they were, I guess, planning to do there. He's like, I can value that at 2,000 gold.
Sounds agreeable.
He'll pretty much
is that agreeable?
No.
From what you would think, it's like it is rarer maybe than what that would be, but just as far as if there were any use, that might be limiting it. At most,
I'm going to try and negotiate for 21.
Just for the even split.
Just for the even split.
Yeah, make a check. From what kind?
Persuasion.
Sure. All right.
Hey, I got a 5.
You get a 5. Okay. Well then, it pretty much just give you that you don't really have the pull for that at this point, but it wouldn't be something that we would be against negotiating at in the future. There's sort of it's like no, it pretty much he gives you the no, but feel free to if ever next time feel free to if you feel that you things are worth a little more. It's like you can feel free whether it's me or someone else you're talking to. But in general, I don't want to be the soft guy that on your first.
How much gold we're getting? 666.
Are you serious?
Well, and some remainder, but
yeah, and 666666667.
No, I didn't. But that's hilarious.
You know what's going to be funnier? Me and him, we won't make that connection. You will.
To be fair, that is only if he's honest.
He's been honest with all the other dealings in the past.
At least just cash-wise, yeah.
Hey, you gotta. The important part of being a bank is having trust.
But basically, what he'll then do is he pretty much pulls out stationery. He marks up and wax seals. Tells you pretty much where to go recover, and they'll give you the gold down at one of the lower houses.
I'll go and do that.
You go, they put up those copper plates. Fuck you, we're burning this.
Yeah, I expect actual money.
Yeah, no. Sort of. You'll be fine with it, but...
Just pay us in straight up gems. Go find a jeweler. I don't want to find a jeweler. Can't you just pay me in the country's currency? No. Let's see.
You know what's gonna be funny? They're really anti-necromancy. They're really interesting if they're not anti-devil. Like, that's just okay.
Something we'll never find out because we're never mentioning it.
Anyway, this goes with us to our grave. That will undoubtedly come out of devil's hands as they take over the world.
If one devil was able to take over the world, I mean, we would have lost a long time ago.
Whatever. You can just mark it down as because you could spend it and get change made as the 2,000 gold, but it's given in pretty much unsealed, like 1 pound blocks
Of gold?
Yeah. Which, from being a dwarven in a banking family, that would be pretty standard in dealing with large sums. It's like either you're going to go with platinum, which they say, if you need some of that broken down into there, they can do that. If you need things broken down, to split, you can bring it here and get things split exactly that way. But that just by default, these are generally easier to manage.
Are they 100 gold blocks, or?
I think they're 50 gold blocks.
So there's still a ton of them.
Yeah,
Still a lot of...
Yeah, it is still a wooden crate. They have no problem with you taking the wooden crate, because obviously you need something to carry your gold in.
The crate's free. Excellent.
Yes.
Hey, I'll take that crate. I mean, I store stuff.
Yeah.
50 gold pieces, huh? That's 12, 13 bricks a piece, plus a little extra. Plus a little more. Well, if I got I got a box full of bricks. A crate full of bricks.
Yes.
Crate full of boxes.
Yes.
That's 30 gold left over, so I have like one brick broken down into coinage.
Sure.
Yeah, and then everyone just gets, 13 bricks and 10 gold.
Mm-hmm.
After I find them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I presume that at least one of them is in the room. So I check
for items.
So I check their room first.
Yep.
And be like, hey, tell them you get 13 of these. Which would be pretty impressive for you. You're seeing solid gold bricks. Because I don't show up with coins. Solid gold bricks.
Fort Knox style gold.
The 13.
Here's your share!
It's like, if I can get back home, I will be rich.
Explain the conversion rate. 50 gold apiece. You get 13. You might do the math and, find that that's, 6, 6, 6. Hey, yeah, it's a little extra because that's 10, then another 6, so it's 16 each.
Mm-hmm.
16, 32, 44? Yeah, 44, so that leaves like 6 gold left over for that one brick that got broken down. And I totally take that. That's totally fine.
That is, I went and did all the work for you guys.
Yeah.
So, how much do we get individual, not counting your extras?
That'd be 666.
Yeah.
In gold.
Well, I thought you would. It wouldn't be 666. It would be 66 something.
No. Well, yeah, 666, because that doesn't add up to 2,000.
Oh.
Yeah, that leaves a little bit spare. That
Oh, if that was just the 400 extra, okay.
It's like go there.
I'm just gonna trust their math. I don't care. I can't do it in my head, and I don't care enough to not.
Yeah, it's 2 gold left over.
Okay.
And that 2 gold's mine.
What's 36 plus 666?
So I got. So you guys got 666, which is super bad luck for you.
Mm-hmm.
But I got 668.
And to deal with the devil.
That's a super bad luck for you.
But otherwise, yeah, I don't hand you 666 gold. I hand you some bricks and then some gold, which you might do the math and eventually figure that out.
I'm just like random separately. That's what I'd do.
Yep. Have to do some math because I have some money. Whatever. When I'm in my room,
Yeah. Okay.
when I'm in my room, we got the crown put up there. Maybe put the crown in the box.
Yeah.
The crate I have now.
Somewhere on the lower, just so it doesn't fall onto me.
Yeah, exactly. Keep it down there.
It's like, let's let gravity not ever make him.
Okay, I'm gonna sell the cart back.
Here, you can have this.
Will they give you full price back? If not, I say keep the cart.
I'm selling the cart back.
It's half, but
I
do you
care.
do you ask him if he wants to buy it for the half or?
No.
Okay.
I'm buying a carriage.
I'm trading it in.
I'm willing to accept this. I traded it in at the dealership.
It lost half its value the moment you took it off the line.
When I'm in my room, there's no magic in my room, right? Except for the things I put there.
Yeah.
There's like no magical spells watching me.
No.
No. All right, sending stone.
Yeah. You just tell him to arrive in there.
And I'm like, yeah, I'm in a room, and it's cool here.
Yeah.
Like I've cleared the area for Sparktones.
No, yeah, he takes up a big chunk of the space in your room. As does
Well,
your.
there's like a bed against a wall and a bunch of supplies and equipment. But otherwise, the room's pretty empty.
But
I've got a stack of gold bricks in a case over there.
Just punches you, takes all your money.
You could have just asked, man.
in fact, you're big and scary enough. If all of a sudden you were turning on me and said, instead of turning on you, I'm just going to take your gold, I'd be like, all right, my bad. That was the risk I took.
I mean, hey, you play with fire, you get burned sometimes. That happens.
But yeah, you get some lovely whatever
Devil armor?
devil armor. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I thank him for doing a business and wish him the best.
Yeah.
And whatever he does.
Yeah, and of course, if ever you need, I'll let you keep the sending stone if ever you need me, of course.
Oh, all right. I'll keep you in mind.
Go and give it to the museum. We found this too.
I found this too. Why did you talk about it? Forgot.
It's really up to you.
No, yeah, I'm gonna keep it. goes-
Officially, it could trace things down.
That goes in my pocket.
And I guess I'll try and get you actual copies of those.
Boop, 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 boop. So what's the actual drawback of abyssal armor?
Yeah, once it's on, you need remove curse to take it off. And while wearing it, you have disadvantage on attacks against devils. And so you're worse against fighting devils.
Oh.
But otherwise, it's plate armor plus 1 bonus to AC, and on top of that, you speak and understand abyssal. It's gauntlets, it's clawed gauntlets turn unarmed strikes with your hands into magic weapons that deal slashing damage with a plus 1 bonus to attack and damage, and a base damage of 1d8.
Didn't my mechanical hand have that same damage?
Yeah.
That
That was in the campaign where he had his hand replaced.
Yeah, something like that.
And the
I'm gonna put that on a stand. Make a little
doesn't it
stand.
also come with the armor proficiencies don't count?
That you are proficient in this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're gonna go buy some wood and build you an armor stand?
Yeah.
Not gonna wear your full plate plus 1?
Thinking about it. But I'm like, I don't know if I should right away.
It's like, we should go to
like-
at least
just-
go to spend my money, then you come back with our
Get
magic
into the
armor.
next mission. They're like, you're here. I heard your last mission you didn't find much. Show up wearing a crown and big fat armor.
Show up wearing crown.
Just frozen. I'm a statue now. Oh, I was up thinking about wearing it. Think about real hard. I mean, that's some nice armor.
Yes.
So, is it like 100% evil?
What?
Like when you look at it?
No. It has a little bit in sort of the way the helmet is and the claws, but for the most part, it is just a fine craft. Like no marks of craftsmanship. It's
Very nice.
yeah.
I go to the library.
Okay.
I like my room.
Okay. You going for something specific or just
Put an alarm on my room.
okay? Just going for something specific or spending time?
Looking for something specific.
What are you going for?
Cultural opinion on devil deals. Devils, deals made with
Make
devils.
your, I guess it would be investigation.
Deals made with devils. I got a 14. Almost rolled max. Look for the local copy of Faust. Their cultural equivalent. It's actually a guy who just makes deal with the devil and comes out great.
Doesn't Faust barely make it out?
Faust makes a deal with the devil to prove over some other stuff. It's
To prove a point.
yeah, prove a point. It's different. Faust is one of those stories that's like so old, it's been told a bunch. So like the original story is one thing, and then there's a lot of retellings.
Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and say, you can find some basic, you probably end up, well, the first thing, do you ask for research help?
I am willing to, yes.
Because we just fought some devils, I might as well brush up on devils.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Joshua would be glad to help you, and he can actually find, research help, and between what you get on your bit of notes, as well as just the things that he speaks as he's talking, as he's, pulling out, what bits of information that they have. You first find out, you find out that it is known that there is a cult of the Infernal, that there are people that follow and seek them.
Yeah.
You definitely get the feeling that, that right people, will attack those. Tungsten Society pretty much has we're fine to just go out and kill those cultists. They do some terrible things.
We did that just now from the last session.
But and that stems also from their partnership with the Eagle's Eye. But that's actually one of the areas where Eagle's Eye and the White Diamonds, the Thieves Guild, actually are in agreement. Both of those groups, they'll just flat out kill cultists through the Infernal. Most people don't like them.
We brought their bodies back. I bet we could have got some more money from the Eagle side. We just all show up every couple weeks with stacks of dead bodies, handing them in. These are worth money, right?
No, it's not on the wanted list.
And if you look at the bottom, I believe it's the bottom, it might be the top. Just that C4 other bounties. And officially speaking, there's no set bounty, but you would have to be able to, with it, prove that you're not just murdering people, that these are in fact cultists.
Well, I'm more thinking if we killed the devil and brought it to the Eagle's Eye.
Just brag a devil here.
Just a
He
devil's
has a heart.
Next time we kill anything really evil looking, we're taking the body and bringing it back. Or at least the head or ears.
I think we've done dragging dead bodies in a campaign before, and Adam did not approve.
But this time we're getting paid for it, so we have a reason.
To be fair, I've given you a list of things where you only need to take body parts.
I don't know. I'm kind of up. I can't see you doing it, but I'm kind of up for joining the Eagle Eyes for a while, just going around murdering bad things.
I'm not against it.
And then stealing all their stuff.
Hey, I'm neutral. I'm in for all the profit.
Really, no matter.
Good
yeah.
guys, bad guys. So the cult's bad.
Yeah, well, yeah, essentially, and pretty much the cult being the ones that try to ally themselves with humans. He might even make a snide about the brothers' acceptance of it.
The brothers, who are they?
Oh, the brothers of beasts up in the lands north of the mountains.
I've heard there's all sorts of weird people up north of the mountains.
Mm-hmm. They were actually who were warned, don't cross the mountains, because that's the brothers' territory.
Brothers of Beast Druids, or?
You're not there.
Is that a druid organization? Or do they just like animals?
Animals. It's an animal connection. There are certainly shamans and druids amongst them.
Probably just a bunch of werewolves.
So basically, after study, I find out that they don't like devils.
Yeah, they don't like devils.
But it's a milder hate than you were expecting.
Yeah, you will find that there are definite times, and if you look into some of the research, you find that you can almost see why there is this cult to the Infernal, because there are people that have risen to power, gotten great power through utilizing that advantage.
Yeah.
It's just generally considered, no, in the end, that ends bad. And it's not always in their time that it ends bad. It could be the next generation that things collapse and burn, but...
In which case, damn, profit.
but it's like, but you kind of see, there's definitely it is not approved of, and I mean, it is something that is open season to many of the, political proper organizations, to just stamp out through murder.
Yeah.
But
Well, I'm not a cultist. I go back to my room and put on my armor.
I just happened to cross one, and I wasn't trying. Those guys were putting effort.
Yeah. I actually go to the library and ask the librarian if they could help me in research. So I like this going to ruins and taking all their stuff. Can you help me find more places to go to ruins and take all their stuff?
Please don't phrase it that way.
No, that is literally how I phrase it. I like going to ruins and taking all the stuff. This is what I did as my old job. I went to the city ruins and tried to steal supplies.
Yeah, he'll kind of give it a shot and pretty much point out that, for the most part, yeah, if that's what your jobs are, just do a good job when you do them, and that the jobs will keep coming. That's what, there are the scholars that actually work.
There are people for that?
Yeah, that's what people do, and then that's pretty much where, the people that are doing that research are what is setting you up with your missions in the first place.
Yeah. Otherwise, I work on making spines into bolts.
Okay. And you probably have 2 days.
Make spines into bolts.
I go and get my 500 of my gold turned into 1 pound of platinum because I'm not walking around with this much goddamn gold. They're heavy.
Will they have a solid brick of platinum?
Can they have a solid brick of platinum?
Yeah, it's 500 gold because 1 brick of platinum. Then I also ask them about magical items.
Can I buy any? I have money now.
What? I'm in a fantasy setting. Magic is cool.
They do not. They do not keep things for sale here. Anything that is simply deemed not worth putting in the museum, which isn't for sale, is taken to town and sold. You'd have to wait until you end up with a chance to get out there.
What are you talking about, Chance? I can run.
Just leave for days?
Do you have bigger horses here? I just want to look at them.
No, they don't. But pretty much, yeah, it is sort of mentioned outside of, technically you need to be on leave to leave the compound if you're between assignments.
Leave.
We're on call right now.
Yeah, we're leaving this faction.
We're enlisted, man.
Yeah.
So I didn't sign anything.
It's like you're pretty much...
You did.
I didn't sign anything.
That's a binding agreement.
There's a rock in your arm.
They gave you the ULA, and you
They
signed
made
it.
you exist.
You clicked accept. You accepted this.
Why didn't I read?
Yeah, you can get it. Get one turned into platinum.
I will spend the 2 days, actually, it's like, granted I can't find that, but I will spend that days researching the ruins they have found, like the kind of traps and other stuff, because sometimes the robots would set those up.
Try to prepare yourself.
Yeah, just preparing myself.
I get the healing potion back,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
and I use it so I can make a new one.
Mm-hmm.
Just refresh that week timer.
Okay.
Just, oh, okay.
How long does it take to make?
10 minutes.
Yeah, do you even make a new one until you have to go out?
Huh? Yeah. They last a week. I make that and I make a growth potion. What's a growth potion? Who wants a get big, deal more damage potion?
No, I don't.
Get big, deal more damage potion?
Well, it won't increase my damage. It would increase your damage as a huge cat.
I won't have it. I'll transform into the cat.
Fine.
And someone has to feed it to me. Because if it's in my stuff, it disappears.
Someone else has to hold on to it for me.
Can you make them into tabs or, like, just a loaf of, growth cookie? Is there anything that specifically says this has to be in a liquid potion
It can
format?
only be a
It
liquid
is a
potion or a cake
it
that
has to-
says
it has
eat
to
me.
be. I have to use glass bottles.
Ah, okay.
Or, liquid containers. This is a water skin.
But yeah, so one of you would have to carry it, and then you could give it to him.
Would you be interested in us giving you a giant...
My giantification potion.
Yeah, sure, why not?
When the moment calls for it.
Yeah.
I will keep that slung in a water skin on my hip, so if ever you're a big cat, you could come over, bite the water skin, and drink it.
And get huge.
That's not how that works.
Yes, it would be. Is you're spending your action. It's in a freely accessible place to where you could just bite it and drink. It's
And
not
either
glass.
he could spend his action and not break the water skin for you to get big, or you can spend your action and the water
Destroy
skin is
the water
destroyed
skin.
in order for you to get big.
Mending.
And we
They
just
still
so
destroyed
cool.
until you do that.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Remember, you cannot put new wine in an old wineskin.
You totally can.
No, it will break the wineskin and spoil the wine.
I don't believe so.
Yeah. Based on the way that it grows.
Otherwise, I spend those 2 days.
But yours is a water skin anyway, so it's a
I
different
make,
thing.
I make demon tail bolts
Okay.
and make some potions. Otherwise, I just do some research
Now,
to see if I can turn those wardings into something I can inscribe the room with. I mean, they use runes to keep demons in. If I can use runes to like ward the whole room, that'd be great.
Pretty much doing some research. You make your knowledge arcana check.
I just want the next time they walk in a room to see it lined with runes. What are you doing? Safety. Safety first. Let's see, that's a 6. 11.
You don't necessarily. The runes themselves don't necessarily seem to contain any power. It was probably something else that was put on them that was gone by the time you got there.
Yeah. I'm setting up. I'm going to learn Magic Circle soon. Eventually.
So for the most part, it looks like whatever they did
And when I
would have
learn
worked
Magic
just as well with or without the runes.
And when I use Magic Circle, I'm going to rune up this room pretty hardcore. That way everyone walks by is like, why is that room magic? He enchanted it. Use the dragon shards for that. Just hang one on the ceiling. What's that do? Powers the room.
But yeah, after a couple days,
Oh man, that's totally I'm using the dragon shards to do. I'm going to turn this room into a vault. Use the dragon shards to power like permanent alarms.
just think about it for a while. From the sound of it, half the party is not happy with this group.
Sounds like your problem. And also, this is my room. Where else are we going to go? Where I get a free room?
we could always just go build a house and live as hermits that have to stay within like 60 or 80 feet of each other forever. How close is that range?
It's bigger than that.
Oh, okay.
It's
We're still permanently neighbors.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
like,
sort
you
of.
know, live down the road or get sick.
The actual range of which things start being bad is if you're more than 50 miles.
Yeah, okay.
Ooh, that's a good point.
Yeah, it's like you get a decent chunk of distance.
Can I see that book?
It's at the very least you can be on the opposite side of any of the major cities.
I don't think I'm allowed to wear armor.
There is no arcane spell chance failure anymore.
Yeah, but there is a strength requirement for heavy armor. And I don't think I need it. I
No,
don't think I'm allowed to wear full plate.
Well, you just have disadvantage on all attacks.
Is that all it is?
I
Yeah,
believe
sounds right.
I believe that's what wearing your armor you're not proficient or strengthy enough to.
Armor proficiency. Armor class.
So, is there anything else?
Yeah. A younger guy, probably.
Oh, reduces speed by 10 feet. Unless I have a strength higher than that. And this is plate.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I don't make it.
But screw it. Who needs your speed anyways?
Right. I have
It's like that will give you a ridiculous AC.
In fact, gives me an AC of 20.
Now all you gotta do is find a devil's shield.
It's like, yeah, okay, I'm slow as hard, and this does heavy.
You are a tank.
But yeah.
Tank robot! Wait. Don't you have 21?
No.
Oh.
20.
It's 18.
18
He gets plus
one,
1. He gets plus 1.
Yeah.
But he now has 2 sources of just a flat plus 1.
If I get a shield.
22. Rolling some bomb AC there.
Yeah.
In this one, Bob is just extra chunks of health by being a tiger.
Yeah.
But yeah, Polly, are you in your room?
Either that or the library researching, or tanning.
Ugh, sunlight. Swat.
Probably sometime in the morning.
Is there a lake or something around here?
There's the river.
River, yeah. Hanging out down by the river, swimming.
Get electrocuted by your own electronics and die.
No, I think we established in his opening that he's waterproof.
Yeah.
But yeah, Are you Rock?
Yes.
You're wanted.
By who?
You have assignments.
Yeah. Okay. Come up.
And he'll sort of run off. Just sort of leaving you with that.
I spent a company gold. I bought myself a terry cloth towel.
Are you in your room?
Yeah.
You hear a knock and is John there?
That's all it is. Over 2 days, I spend like...
Another knock. And then you hear him run off.
He leaves.
I'll go back to sleep.
I told him to spend like maybe like an hour, and I make like a wood cover for the bottom of the crown
Okay.
that like latches on top.
Just sort of won't go on anything accidentally.
Yeah, no accidents here. Safety first. Safety first. Especially with an instant imprisonment crown. Safety first. Otherwise, it stays in the box.
Yeah.
With all the gold.
Yeah. Knock on your door.
I answer it. I'm bigger and intimidating.
Tormmik?
Yeah.
You're wanted for. You have assignments.
Awesome.
If you know where John is, I've been able to find him.
Probably in his room.
I checked.
Then I don't know.
This kid's problem.
For me. You let him know that he seems to have left. Do you inform Gladford, who was waiting in
The meeting room?
in the meeting room when you arrive?
Well, I tell him they haven't tracked him down yet.
Yeah.
Fucking
The idea that they assume he's gone when they didn't even open the door, and also just I think he's left. Alright.
Walk in.
Well, he
shirtless,
searched the
towel,
grounds
Oh.
at this point.
Well, he
He searched the grounds to find him.
He didn't tell me.
How long did it take for... I'll probably go back to sleep for another hour or two, then leave the room and wander around.
If it takes that long.
He probably spent maybe an hour. I'd say we're
I
under
go
20.
to the meeting room because he did say I have an assignment. So I just show up an hour late.
Everyone's gone.
We'll just say that you arrive a bit late to it.
Because it would have taken a
Yeah,
while
yeah,
to find me, too.
He found you first.
Oh.
Officially
Really? He
speak-
didn't knock on all the doors first, then go start looking when me and Bob didn't answer?
Maybe. I don't know.
Would have made more sense.
Yeah, whatever. Probably did that. I don't know. He's a kid. Who cares? You're easily the first one there.
Definitely, you know what? I go to the step later. I before I leave the room and I'm thinking of it, I go back and I scribe on the bottom of the wood casing on the crown, "Danger, don't wear."
It's
know
like,
what?
if someone breaks in here and does this, let's make sure it's their fault and not mine.
Yeah. You know what? Let's go the extra mile here.
If someone
Walk
just
in
breaks
there,
in,
the kid's
there's
stuck.
a crown!
Kid's been stuck
You
there
get back.
for 4 days, he's dead.
Now, didn't you...
Sit there and just lecture for like the next 6 hours. Didn't even read the note, did you?
Take out tattooing equipment.
Didn't even think about why is a crown inside a box full of gold? Why has it got a wooden cover on it? Why all these warnings? Why did I break into a room that was locked? All questions you have to ask yourself. You sit there.
Forever. Last guy that wore this crown sat around for over 270 years.
Yeah, but the crown probably doesn't stasis somebody, so they probably get old and die.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he
the guy
would.
just, die of
Unfortunately
thirst.
for this guy, this guy was a devil. He's just going to be there. Yeah, a mortal would.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gladford will sort of, he's sitting there, and he's just sort of turned one of the chairs at the lower level. You gather around. Alright, you guys did well enough. And looks like we have a couple options. We do have somewhere where we know that there's going to be some magical equipment. Most likely some form of mask and figurine at the very least. If you would like to raid a
I
tiger.
just think of myself, damn, they know what they want this time. They know it's there.
It's like by raiding the tiger's tomb, Though that would put you in brothers' territory, and if you coming across them, you would need to, to not acknowledge any relation to us. But we do have another that is a temple that we've recently excavated. But we're not really sure if there's anything really of value within it yet or not. But that's simply on the southern side of the mountain border.
Temple.
Why not do both?
Well, I think there's a third option. Or is there? No. Oh, then runes.
No, that third option was my in case you just decide to side with the cult.
Oh,
In case
you skated a minute, but I had that prepared.
Temple.
runes. If nothing else, runes have the best chance of us getting stuff for ourselves and turning in nothing versus turning in both a mask and a figurine.
Which is the temple.
The temple's the mask and the figurine.
No, that's the tomb.
Oh.
Tiger's tomb is in the Brothers' End. They have excavated a temple that they don't really know.
You both voted for temple.
Okay. Yes, the ruins where they don't know where stuff is.
Yes, the temple.
I voted tomb, but I'm outnumbered.
Yes.
It's like you see you both in.
Fisher Speedy, I don't know if he's arrived yet.
Just to be contrary, throw up a vote of tomb.
It's like, I'd rather not deal with other factions that evidently...
It's like you might be able to sneak in without dealing with them.
You're not very sneaky.
the
Have you
notes-
seen our carriage?
The vote's been made.
You haven't seen it.
We're going to.
I would have assumed I would have talked to you these couple days, or
No,
you
I
just...
stayed in my room.
Very private person.
Well, he probably came to you once he noticed the carriage that he described on our carriage was missing. He would have gone to inform you.
The cart?
Yeah, cart.
The cart, yeah.
And it's like one asked the thing, where'd the cart go? He sold it back and bought a carriage. Oh.
But that is a point. You probably wouldn't be able to get something that large through the mountains. You would end up having to leave that somewhere on the outside path, of the mountain. So,
But to the temple, could we get it up to there?
yeah, I mean, we've taken enough materials to build the basic construction site.
Yeah. Is it the same as the last one?
It's-
Basic?
Same concept, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the little small village for workers that we've hired to dig into. Basically, there were a series of tunnels within the mountains that got sealed over with, by the mountains themselves. Probably something shortly before or after the disappearance of the deities. It's like they were.
Oh, come on! They don't have like a cool name for it.
What?
Like, not like the Godfall or the Sundering.
I don't know if I do or not.
There is no way there's not a super cool name for that.
It's you. You may have forgotten it, but it's something that your world would have. That's the kind of world building you like.
Following of the God Shards would be the official, but that's not so much dealing with the deities, leaving so much as what happened as the deities left. But yeah,
So yeah, that's my vote. And we wait till John gets here to see what he casts.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, he'll give you the knock on the door and come get me when when you do, and he can arrive and
Finish Talon off. I spent a gold and got me the best towel I could find.
That's very important.
Uh-huh.
Bathrobes are also quite absorbent.
No bathrobes in this universe.
yeah, no, but you would know about them.
Technology was never
You
invented.
just didn't bring one from yours, Drat.
That's fine, I'll have them make them and then I'll market them.
Nope.
Oh, it's
Yep.
I request.
And then I'll start stores called Bed Bath & Beyond because there's no copyright claim here.
as we go to the temple, I guess.
It's like, if nothing else, a bathrobe is just a robe. You just make it out of more absorbent material.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Eventually, I've got to make sure you guys just have one of these.
A world map?
Yeah.
Me and one of your campaigns of you make individual world maps?
No, I mean, pretty much giving a point in this game where you guys don't have to have him take you down to the to the gallery.
Ah.
It's like, for now, it's fine, but at some point, just for your guys' own reference to be able to say, I'm trying to figure out something in the world, be able to show you then.
Well, we can just go to the gallery, right?
While you're
look,
here, yeah.
Look ourselves.
Yeah. But yeah, from there,
Before we burn this place to the ground for them being dicks.
pretty much you find that this is, I think, actually I need
We're
to
going
put
a
on-
little west of where we just were.
yeah, for the most part, but I actually need both of them to double check. Oh no, water! Yeah, that's easily within range.
Like, we weren't in Warrior's Might last time.
Yeah,
We are.
but yeah, it is well within Warrior's Might. It's sort of at the cross points of these.
Haha! I
These
can
couple
fight
mountains.
devils without penalty. Or can I?
Advantage negation.
Yeah, but yeah, so pretty much just sort of in the that cropping beyond where the river flows from. Sort of once you know where that is, you each get a 20 credit allotment for this.
Sweet. I go on
Well,
my
they're
upper-
just dicking us down now. It's like,
No, pretty much the first time. The idea was there are some basic supplies you would need for your first mission. Most of that should be reusable. This should replenish whatever you expended.
I spend mine on alchemy supplies.
because we don't worry about food. Because between me and Goodberries over there, food's not a problem.
But otherwise, I buy
go and
things
take
like my
mine,
components.
throw it into the room.
I buy some components.
Hey, something you're actually keeping in the room.
No, that's garbage.
It's their trash now. Well, I buy supplies. Supplies. For component pouches. I tell them I'm a wizard and I need components.
They don't care what you're using it for.
That's cool.
Like, you bought a brewing kit. They know you didn't take that with you.
This is important morale-boosting supplies.
Do whatever you want. You're allotted credits. As long as the job gets done. Whatever.
Hey, if it helped you do it.
Yeah.
Actually, I go buy 20 gold worth of whatever, of torches, and I burn all of them.
Just out in the front yard.
I wanted to have a cheeky torch party before I left.
Burn all of them, and then we leave.
Put them in a row.
No, not, yeah, I just throw them in a pile and burn them.
Stick them in the ground, a row, light them all, and then march out from it.
No, I just burn them in a pile. I'm wasting their supplies.
Why?
Because they're dicks.
He
And
does
I
not
hate
like
them.
company credits.
They just gave you thousands of gold.
No,
In
we
gold.
just earned thousands of gold. They didn't give us anything.
Yeah.
And if anything, they shortchanged us.
Otherwise, I take the crown with us.
Okay.
I don't like
Always backup plan.
I don't like that they give us company.
I point out to the other people the safety measure.
Yes, and don't put on crown on head.
Do you do it by holding it up to your head?
Well, you can't. Doesn't work.
You see this? This is an unwearable crown. Why'd you give me this crap?
It's a bad crown. Otherwise, I leave most of the gold at home. In fact, I leave all the bricks.
I don't think in the thing we come near town at all, so I leave all the bricks at home.
Yeah.
Nope, just heading straight up into wilderness again.
Nice.
I got
And
my bricks turned into gold coinage or a 1 pound of platinum. So it comes with me. I'm a horse most of the time. It doesn't weigh anything.
but yeah, easy enough. You set off on your trip north, and that's where we will wrap it up for today. You're level 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good time to give you level 3. Go ahead and give them level 3, and we'll have them head after the session. We'll have them head north to investigate the newly excavated temple. Next time. Have a great day. Bye.